My name's JP Holyoak, and I'm going to share with you the story of how marijuana saved my daughter. First, there's a couple of people that need to be thanked, because without them, none of this would have been possible. First, my wife, Jen. Thank you, baby. I love you. As you can clearly see, she is way out of my league. Kurt Merschman and Jonathan Coombs, my two business partners, more importantly, my friends. Two guys who joined me on this adventure simply because they wanted to help the child of their friend. And to Brian York and Cody Fassbinder, the guys behind the scenes that make all of it happen. So how did it happen? How did a middle-aged, balding, unapologetic conservative Republican become a marijuana grower? Well, here she is. This is Reese. Reese came kicking and screaming into my life, our life, on December 4th, 2008. She was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. When Reese was about 3 months old, she started developing this rhythmic jerking motion. We didn't know what it was, but we knew that it wasn't good, so we rushed her to Phoenix Children's Hospital. Reese was having seizures. She was having between 25 and 35 seizures a day, each of them lasting between 8 and 12 minutes. Shortly thereafter, Reese was diagnosed with Aicardi Syndrome. The prognosis was bleak. We were told that Reese would probably never walk, never talk, would require a feeding tube, and her expected lifespan was about 8.5 years. I was heartbroken. We started on the pharmaceutical merry-go-round. We tried drug after drug. All of them failed to control Reese's seizures, and all of them had horrible side effects. We were even granted special FDA approval for a last-ditch drug. The requirement for the approval was because the drug had a 1 in 3 chance of causing Reese to go blind and a 1 in 10 chance of actually killing her. We were out of options, and Reese had no quality of life. The drug actually worked a little bit. Reese's seizures reduced down to about 3 to 5 a day. She started smiling on occasion, but she really wasn't developing. Then in 2010, Arizona passed the controversial medical marijuana law. I started doing some homework on this, and I was amazed by what I found. So we went back to our doctors at PCH. We asked for their opinion. They kind of chuckled and told us about their college years at Harvard. One of them was kind enough to actually say, "It can't hurt her. You've got everything to gain and nothing to lose." So I began my quest for marijuana. Now, I wanted a strain of marijuana that was high in the cannabinoid called CBD and low in the cannabinoid called THC. I couldn't find it, so I decided to grow it on my own. But first, I needed a license issued by the state. That wasn't as easy as I had hoped. I had to endure the delays caused by the lawsuits that were fought by Jan Brewer, Tom Horn, Bill Montgomery. To this day, Maricopa County Attorney Bill Montgomery is still seeking to overturn our medical marijuana law. I was finally granted the license to grow marijuana, but I didn't have the strain of marijuana that I was looking for. So I hired a plant scientist, Cody. And I moved Cody and his family from Hawaii to Arizona. I told him his #1 priority was to create a strain of marijuana with the cannabinoid profile I was looking for. He nailed it. In 2014, early 2014, we were finally able to give Reese the marijuana that controlled her seizures. Before marijuana, Reese was on 3 different pharmaceutical drugs. She was still having seizures every day, and she was unable to stand on her own 2 feet. After marijuana, we were able to eliminate completely one of those drugs. She's been she's in the process of being weaned off of the other 2. She's gone from hundreds of seizures per month to less than 2. And she's walking independently. Marijuana has given Reese the opportunity to be a happy little girl. They're going to have to rewrite the book on Aicardi Syndrome and other seizure disorders because of marijuana. Because of marijuana, Reese laughs, plays, smiles, interacts with her siblings, walks independently, feeds herself, and last month she said her very first word, Elmo. In 2016, Arizona voters are going to be asked another marijuana question at the ballot box. Should marijuana be legal for all adults? The question should really be, should we allow businesses that are taxed and regulated to sell marijuana with the proceeds benefiting public education and healthcare, Or are we better off keeping it illegal for the benefit of criminal cartels? You decide. Thank you.